Hello and welcome to Real on this Divine Mercy weekend. April is also the month dedicated to greater awareness of child abuse. So it was perhaps fitting that last Tuesday, Bishop William Byrne introduced the newly appointed Director of the Office of Safe Environment and Victim Assistance. Interestingly enough, after a nationwide search, the perfect candidate was found right here in Western Massachusetts. Michael Collins is a Springfield native and comes to the position with more than 25 years of experience in the foster care system. Carolee McGrath has more now on Collins and the work the diocese continues to do to ensure the safety of children.
We pray, Lord, in a special way for victim survivors. We pray for those who have been injured and wounded so seriously at the hands of those who work for your church.
Bishop William Byrne marked Child Abuse Prevention Month with a prayer on the front steps of St. Michael's Cathedral, where 2 child abuse prevention flags now hang. The prayer followed a press conference in which Bishop Byrne introduced the new director of the Office of Safe Environment and Victim Assistance, Michael Collins. Collins, a licensed social worker with more than 25 years of experience in the state foster care system, will fill the vacancy left by Jeffrey Trant.
He brings a vast amount of understanding on best practices for addressing child sexual abuse, and my hope is that he will continue our church's transformation into a more trauma-informed and responsive institution.
Collins, a graduate of Cathedral High School in Springfield, served as area director for the Massachusetts Department of Children and Families. The Springfield office is one of the largest in the state, serving more than 2,700 children. Collins earned a master's degree in criminal justice administration from Western New England University and a bachelor's degree in criminal justice with a minor in psychology from Westfield State University.
One of the most important things for us is protecting our children, their future and everything for us. So, it's been my life's work and working with children. Before DCF, I worked at DYS and working with children. So it's been my life's work, and they're our future, and making sure that children that we put in preventative methods so this kind of stuff does not happen in the future, but also supporting our children that have been traumatized.
Bishop Byrne thanked Norm Charest, a 37-year veteran of the Springfield Police Department, who has been serving as the interim director of the Office of Safe Environment. In the last few years, the office has undergone several changes to improve the way the diocese handles and responds to allegations of sexual abuse. The diocese has a joint memorandum of understanding with the 3 district attorneys' offices whose jurisdictions cover Western Massachusetts. The MOU dictates that allegations of sexual abuse are first investigated by law enforcement before the diocese conducts an investigation. Currently, the recommendations of the Independent Task Force on the Response to Sexual Abuse within the Diocese of Springfield are being implemented, and Collins will continue to oversee that. The task force came up with a strategic plan to bolster safe environment policies to ensure transparency and safety. Doug Cole, a survivor and advocate, attended the press conference. Cole has since come back to the Catholic Church and has offered input to the diocese on how to improve the way the diocese responds to survivors and families.
I will never forget what happened, and it was traumatic and it was scary, and it took me 45 years to come forward. But now I can use the tools that I've learned over the last few years to advocate for victims/survivors, and to basically to let them know that it's okay and there's a peace to be found when you're able to come forward.
Bishop Byrne has met with Cole and other survivors since being ordained in the Diocese of Springfield. He says the church must be committed to protecting children from the evil of sexual abuse and must be committed to transparency.
Finally, I am aware that we are making this announcement during the month dedicated to greater awareness of child sexual abuse. I want to reaffirm both my personal commitment and that of the diocese here in Western Massachusetts that we remain committed to atoning for our past failures and continuing to improve our work in addressing this terrible evil. I believe that the appointment of Mr. Michael Collins is tangible proof of that promise.
The child abuse prevention flags will be displayed through the end of April. Reporting for Reel to Reel, I'm Carolee McGrath.
Any victims of sexual abuse by a representative of the church should first contact law enforcement and then report their abuse to the diocese by calling 800-842-9055 or by email at reportabuse@diospringfield.org.